Hello, it is time again for our weekly check-in. And check out this cool background that I found in PowerPoint. I'm really feeling it this morning. It's kind of like sparkly and bright, and I really like it. So the first thing I want to do is go over again what I've been reading, what I've been looking at. Then we'll cover some weekly business, and then we'll end with a few more Easter eggs for some bonus points. So quick shout out, some of you guys have gotten every single Easter egg that I've laid out, and you have at this point like 18 to 20 bonus points. So that's got to feel really good. That's like a whole week of Membeing at least. Okay, so I'm still reading this book that I started last week called Bluebird, Bluebird, and I'm about 100 pages in, and honestly, I don't really like it that much. I am very just kind of bleh about it. I haven't really connected with any of the characters, and I'm still wondering if it'll pick up, but I want you guys to know that I don't just like any book because it's a book. There are books that I don't enjoy, that I don't like. And I'm not sure if I'll continue reading this one. We'll see. I have a lot of other reading to do for other classes because 12th grade is getting into 1984, which I'm really excited about, and 11th grade is about to start The Great Gatsby, and I am so excited to read that again. So I'll have plenty of reading to do, even if I decide just to scrap Bluebird, Bluebird. So your reading challenge for this week is I want you to look through the bookshelves that you have at your house, maybe boxes in the basement, or look through whatever resources you have and see if you can find something that you enjoyed reading when you were younger. Maybe it's like a young adult or a tween fiction, or there was a series when you were in like 4th or 5th grade that you really enjoyed. See if you can find something that you liked when you were younger and just reread it. It's so comforting to revisit old books, and so I challenge you to crack something open that you loved when you were younger. All right, on to our weekly business. So I want to review a few things. The first is in regards to the assignments that we've been having in English. I feel like I'm finding a pretty good rhythm with how I'm presenting the work and the amount of work that I'm presenting. But if you ever have any questions or issues about the assignments or the amount of work or the expectations of the work, please just email me. I am here to answer your questions. As far as the grading goes, thus far, I have really been grading for completion. If you completed every part of the assignment and you kind of checked off everything from the project sheet, then you're getting 100% on it. But things have started to kind of go downhill just generally. So I know I need to do a better job of holding you guys accountable for the quality of what you're doing. You know, we're in a very non-traditional environment right now, but you guys are all still capable, wonderful, intelligent people, and I don't want you to sell yourselves short. So I just want you to know that if you get assignments turned back to you with a grade that is lower than you want, you may resubmit that assignment for full credit after addressing whatever issues I send you a comment about. So keep that in mind as we're working this week and next week, and I think just 2 weeks after that, because we're coming to the end of our school year. The next thing is office hours. In my classes, I've set up just a weekly half-an-hour meeting for us to have a little face-to-face time to review any questions that you have about the lessons, to maybe you read a chapter and you're totally lost and we want to go over it together. That's great. Maybe you don't have any questions, but you want to see somebody else's face and hear another voice. That's fine too. So those office hours are just once a week. Their attendance is not mandatory, it is just as needed. This past week, I had some people show up to office hours, and it was just life-giving to see you, to hear your voices, to talk with you, to just like real time have a conversation was really, really wonderful. So again, those are coming up. They're in Teams, and let me know if you have any questions about how to access those or get into those Zoom video chats. Membean, we have a Membean quiz on Friday. It's our every other week Friday quiz, so that will be available for 24 hours on Friday. And if you are checking RenWeb and you realize that you have a missing Membean quiz or you have missed Membean practice, you can still make those up. Quizzes, you need to email me to have that reissued, and then email me to let me know when it's completed so I can put that grade in. And then making up any missing Membean practice is just the same as it has been this whole semester, where when you complete any extra time, just send me an email and let me know the date of the assignment that you want it to go in for, and then we'll put those points in. Okay, so let's go over our Easter eggs. So 9th grade, I love reading your creative writing stories, even though I don't know who Wobert is. So I really liked those, and we're going to continue those this week. So all of my 9th graders, if your creative writing channel has more than 4 or 5 stories in it already, we are going to continue our classmates' stories rather than writing our own. So I want you to try and build on something that's already there. So we're going to draw some slips and see what gets added to our story this week. Okay. We have a KFC worker, which sounds really great. Ohio, and a football. Okay, so 9th grade, we're going to continue writing some creative short stories this week in kind of a round robin way, and we want to see if we can incorporate a KFC worker, Ohio, or a football into our stories. In 11th grade, we're going to do the same thing, so I want you to try and build on each other's stories, and let's see what we're going to be adding in. A driving instructor. Ooh, that would have been good for 9th grade because they're working on getting their driving learned. Orange. And it doesn't clarify if it's like the citrus round thing or just the color orange, so take that how you want it. Rebellion. And a beautician. So 11th grade, as we continue our stories this week, let's see if we can work in a driving instructor, the color, or the fruit, orange, rebellion, and beautician. So I want to encourage you guys, as you're thinking about doing this little bonus assignment, what is a creative way that you can incorporate some of these elements? You know, don't just go with your first thought, which is that maybe a beautician with orange hair gets together with a driving instructor and they want to rebel against the quarantine. You know, see if you can come up with an interesting way of weaving these concepts together in your story. And I very much look forward to seeing what you come up with, and I hope to see your faces on Tuesday and Thursday, I think, are my scheduled office hours.